Hey everybody, it is Elite Dangerous, the road to release. We are 3 days away from Elite Dangerous releasing to the general public, when most people will be starting off with this particular build, the new commander and a sidewinder and a random federal system. I've been going through all of the startup options which may or may not be available to you based on what type of, what edition of the game you bought and when you got into Kickstarter. I've previously covered basically all the Kickstarter specials in one because they're more or less the same as the regular ones with just more money to start off with. And then I went through each one of these independently. The last one we did was a federal trader. So today we are taking a look at the Imperial Bounty Hunter. This is an Eagle long-range fighter with upgraded weapons, a power distributor, shields, and armor. So basically it's a battle-hardened Eagle. The Eagle is a super maneuverable fighting machine. We start off on an Imperial colony and we have 1,000 credits. So that's the option we're going to start off with today. Start. Into open play as usual. Okay, we're at Wendelin Station. Let's take a look at the galactic map to see our surroundings, where we are in relation to other stuff. This is all deeply Empire space. There's some Federal space here and there, but yeah, we're mostly in. We are quite a ways down from Sol. The closest region I guess we're at is we're in the Techno region. No, we're closer to Arkanar than anything else. Maybe closer to Aldebaran. But yeah, we are in an upgraded Eagle. Let's take a look at Starport Services to see if we can. Ooh, nice. Go to outfitting and see what we've got. Okay. We have a gimbaled multi-cannon along the top. That's going to be devastating against anybody whose shields are down. And a pair of burst lasers. These are Class F burst lasers. They're pretty nice. Awesome. We have $1,000. I wonder if we can buy anything in the utility amount. Nope. What do we have in the old internal bays here? Reinforced alloys. They did mention that we have an upgraded power distributor. And we only have 2 cargo available. We're only using... so we have a Class 2 cargo hold, or Class 2 internal compartment. And we're only using half of it, essentially. So we could conceivably get a bigger cargo hold. And of course we have the basic discovery scanner, but we have a Class 3 shield generator, so that's actually a pretty darn big shield for this little ship. Maximum jump distance is 11.85 light years, fully loaded, so that is pretty good. Let's take a look at the bulletin board. Hunters wanted. Yeah, let's try and take on Rack. I do not recommend taking on Rack until you are a monster at bounty hunting. Well, that kind of sucks. But we're a bounty hunter. Finding work is easy. Okay, let's go through our pre-flight. I just keep saying that. Pre-flight. It's the pre-flight checklist. Landing gear, weapon deployed, target ahead, primary fire, UI focus. Alright, we're going to get ourselves underway. And I am actually going to be flying around. The first place I'm going to go is probably the nav beacon, to be honest. You never know when some... Ooh, wow. What an interesting planetoid. Listen to this thing purr. Landing gear up. So yeah, starting off with an Imperial Eagle. As soon as we're not mass locked, we'll hop into Super Cruise. And go see if we can't find us some trouble. Find us some bounties to bring back and cash in. Okay, we're on final approach to Zeta Fornacis A, which looks like a white dwarf. As soon as I can get close enough, we will see if we can't find the navigation beacon. I assume it's around Zeta Fornacis A. Could be wrong, though. Okay, we're going to jump to Epsilon Fornacis. As soon as we get there, we're going to find the navigation beacon and go in there and look for anyone with warrants. That is a really interesting star. Alright. It's also unexplored. Bring up the Discovery Scanner. Getting pretty hot sitting right next to the star like this, but we should be okay. Discoveries are always useful. Huh, I wonder if the Empire doesn't have navigation beacons. Zeta Fornacis A. Strange. Keeping an eye out. Oh, excuse me. I'm keeping an eye out for unidentified signal sources. And actually, if I see other ships, I am going to... Oh, here we go. Speaking of the devil. Perfect. Let's see if we find anything good in here. And the other thing we can do is we can actually, if we scan other ships that are in Super Cruise, we might find one that's wanted, and we can just tail them until they drop out of Super Cruise. At which time we drop out at the same location and nab them. But we'll see what this unidentified signal source turns up first. Okay, I am seeing a couple of canisters of toxic waste. And what's this? Another canister of toxic waste. So these random encounters are the places to go if you're bounty hunting, oftentimes, because a lot of ships will hide in deep space. Ooh, this is a very active scene. Let's see what the equations are here. Lewis Miller. He is wanted for about 1,500 credits, and we are bounty hunters, so yeah. And we got ourselves a gimbaled multi-cannon. Put some power into the old weapons here. Scoring hit after hit on this guy. Okay, now let's see if there's anyone else in the area that has a bounty on him, like this guy. He is also wanted for 380 credits. Doesn't care the amount. We're in a bounty hunter, so we're going to take him out. Wait for our multi-cannon to reload, and while we're doing that, you're not getting away, buddy. Sorry. Okay. What about this guy? And he is also wanted for 337 credits. Are those guys firing at me? Oh, it's this guy firing at me. Yeah, this little Sidewinder has no chance. Okay, bounties collected. Let's get our butts out of here. To a station to go turn those in. I don't know if these guys like me very much, but I do not care. Nope, they're firing at me. I don't know why they're firing at me, but they are. I don't care. I'm gonna skip them. All right. Get hidden gateway targeted. Ask for docking permission. And I probably didn't need to do all that flying around I did before, jumping from system to system. I could have just looked for unidentified signal sources near where in the system that I started in.
Scan detected.
Just fly on into Hidden Gateway. You're clean. Proceed, pilot. Yeah, I know I'm clean. I'm a bounty hunter. I always keep my nose clean. Pad 36. Here it is.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful.
All right.
Disengaged.
About 2,000 in bounties is what I figured I picked up. 2,500. Very nice. So we brought in about 2,000 credits, and that is what the Imperial Bounty Hunter starting option looks like. Elite Dangerous is coming out in just 3 more days, so it's about time to start getting pumped if you haven't been already. The next 2 days, I'm going to take a look at both of the Sidewinder options. The Sidewinder that starts off with 400 credits, and the Sidewinder that starts off with 100 credits. And you'll see relatively quickly, actually, that either of those options, really does 300 extra credits, doesn't make much of a difference. Well, it literally makes no difference at all because of the bulletin board missions that are going to be available to get me started with making some money. In fact, heavy-duty transport ships available but not obtainable. So yeah, that is it for this Elite Dangerous Road to Release preview. Quick reminder, all these things that we're seeing are on a preview build, so there may be some changes from them in the final release. Just keep that in mind if you're seeing a little bit of differences here and there. But in 3 more days, I'm going to be kicking off my full Let's Play of Elite Dangerous, where we talk about all the amazing highlights and stuff in my Elite Dangerous career. So until then, keep flying and stay shiny. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to find out how to start off with one of the basic Sidewinder kits. And until then, take care. Bye-bye.